Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Dose of Awesome, hosted by Elite Marketing Pro. This is your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education. And it's brought to you by the Elite Marketing Pro system. My name is Chef Katrina, and I am a mentor, speaker, and team building specialist here at Elite Marketing Pro. And I apologize for the delay. So this is what typically happens. So sometimes computers freeze up, sometimes they don't want to start correctly, and sometimes the internet just crashes. So, this is the, hi Hillary. So you guys are going to love this. Let's just start off with what really happens when you go online. So this is a fun little story today. So I went online, I got everything set up on the computer, ready to go. And of course the internet on that, or my computer needs to be rebooted because it's not letting me do anything on my computer. And of course, I discovered this, 2 minutes before we go live. So I improvise and I run and I grab my tablet and I click on it and I start going live, only to realize I went live on my own page. So then I had to backtrack and come over to the Elite Marketing Pro page and start all over again. So these are the things that happen in business for sure. But really I really want to thank you guys for coming in and joining me here today for this Daily Dose of Awesome. So let's focus on the topic at hand, which is blogging. Blogging for me really is the pinnacle element of being online. And while some may disagree, I truly believe that it is the heart of your business when you have a blog. And I get that many of you think, well, I don't know how to write. I'm horrible at it. I never know what to say or what to write about. It's too technical. I don't understand all the jargon. I just don't have time for it. How often should I be blogging? How long do my blogs need to be? I get so much of that, and they're all valid. Actually, the fun thing is that they're all valid reasons not to be blogging. But what I love about blogging is that you're going to get asked questions multiple times in your business. And you will find that you get asked the same question over and over and over again. Now, you have two options. You can continue to be the voice and answer every question individually, or you can start utilizing your time effectively and you can create a blog post to answer the question. What this allows you to do is that when somebody asks, you can actually reference that resource on your own blog, and you're able to create an engagement around it. You're getting people to have a conversation around it. You're going to get people to see what's actually going on in the world of. So that is one thing that I really, really love about blogging, right? Is just how really simple it is. So when I talk about how do you set up a blog in 10 minutes, the reality is that with Elite Marketing Pro, so if you guys are curious, the company that's putting this on, Elite Marketing Pro, actually has put together a done with you blogging system. So by done with you, what that means is that we've created the whole outline. We've hosted a WordPress blog for you. We've chosen a theme that we know is critical to those that are in the internet marketing space, right? Your blog truly has all the elements that you need to create a successful blog. So as you get online as a network marketer, there's a couple things that you're going to want to have in a blog. First off, you're going to want to be able to blog. You're going to be able to want to create something called a capture page. So those are really important. And you're going to be able to want to be able to create a way to capture your leads, an email address. So because these are marketing tools, these are things that are really important to the success of your business. So it is imperative that you have these elements inside of your blog. And trust me, I know there's a lot of blog platforms out there, but you got to really look at what's available in the blog. You're allowed to add tracking to the blog for PageCreator Pro. You're allowed to add your images. You're allowed to talk about both your network marketing company and the Elite Marketing Pro system. This really is a place for you to start putting on the training wheels and get access to the system. So to blog in 10 minutes, it really is this easy. You would go into your back office of My Elite Hub, right? Once you're inside that main home page, you're going to see there are, I think it's 5 banners. I have to quickly count in my head. There are 5 banners there for you guys to take a look at. The middle one is a pinkish one. It's called Tools. When you click, actually it's the 4th one. Nope, it's the 3rd one. Okay, I can't remember because I'm literally doing this blind right now. But when you click on it, what happens, no, it's the 4th one. I'm cheating. I'm actually looking at it right here. So what happens is that when you click on Tools, and I'll walk you guys through this. So click on Tools, and when you click on the Tools banner, you guys may or may not see this. Let's try to keep the glare off there. You'll find that you have some tools on here, right? And your tools, you have a video. It has this Get Instant Access Now. It has the PageCreator Pro, which is the first one on here. So the recommendation is click on Access Now. So when I click on Access Now, this is what happens when you lose your internet and you're trying to figure out a better way to teach you guys. It goes to this Set Up Your Blog and Lead Capture Pages. Now, as a network marketer, what I love about this is that for the first time, you actually get to create a funnel that highlights you as the leader instead of the product or company that you're with. And so when that happens, you kind of set yourself apart. So that's what I love inside of here. So you will follow through how to set up your PageCreator Pro. There's directions right up here at the top. You guys probably can't see that. But there's this big yellow button. I love this button. So when you click on it, it's going to actually help you set up your capture page for the first time, okay? There's a couple of other details underneath here, like such as how to set up your training and your capture page system. So that's like down here, step 2. And I actually walk you through step by step on how to customize your blog. So what I love about this is I click on the big yellow button. It takes me to my login page, really simple. I'm going to go ahead and click login here. And then it takes me to my back office. I'm going to log in. So what I love about this is at this point you have a blog. There really is nothing else you need to do at this point, right? This blog is already set up for you. It already has your name on it. The only thing you really have to do at this point is start to customize it, right? But where people get hung up is they're looking for the perfection of their blog. And what's funny is that it's not the perfection that really is what sets your blog apart. It's the content. So I have a lot of you guys ask, well, how do I create amazing content, right? How do I create blog posts that capture the attention of my leads and help them out? So a couple of great examples you can find on the Elite Marketing Pro blog. So if you go over to elitemarketingpro.com/blog, you'll see there are quite a few blogs over there, blog posts that are done. And there's a multitude of different types of blogs you can do. So for those of you that like to do Facebook Lives and love to do videos, one of the types of blog posts you can create, and this is how I did it, I found I am much better, well, sort of better, at talking on camera, right? It's easier for me to convey what I want to say on video than it is the written word. So I would take a Facebook Live like this. Once this Facebook Live is over, there is an option to use an embed code. It's EMBED, and it may look like some foreign object to you, and you don't have to understand it, and you don't have to know what it is. And what you do is you take that embed code, and you go over to your PageCreator Pro site. You go into create a post, right? Once you create the post, now this is going to sound really techie about this one, there's the Thrive Editor option, okay? You're going to want to do a text option on this one, and you can drop in your Facebook Live videos. Now, here's the fun part. Once that's done, the easiest thing to do, really truly, is to then just create a couple of bullet points about what you talked about inside of that video. And then making sure you have a call to action, right? If this video is about Elite Marketing Pro and creating a blog, then ideally the call to action I would have on this blog would be for the Elite Marketing Pro system, because that's what I'm talking about, right? So you can create a video blog. You can actually do podcasts. So how many of you guys here love podcasts? How many of you guys are like, ooh, I don't want to be on video, but if I could just be my voice, that would be awesome. If you're one of those people that just would rather have their voice done, you can actually put a podcast on your blog and just have a podcast blog, right? So it's a great way, again, to share information and put content out over there for you. Another one you can do is you can have your regular text style blog. The one thing I will tell you though is that your blog only needs to be a minimum of 300 words. It's actually just a couple of paragraphs that you need to do to get your blog started. So there's a lot of stuff that can make blogging complicated. But what I love about using PageCreator Pro is that I can make it uncomplicated. I don't have to learn all the fancy technology. I don't have to host the site by myself. All I have to focus on really, truly is having an option to start creating the content. This is the thought leader element. This is where the rubber meets the floor. This is where traffic begins, because there's so many opportunities. When people talk about, I've been generating leads on the same piece of content for years, it's because they have a blog. I literally have a blog post that I wrote 5 years ago. 5 years ago, that still gets comments, still generates leads, still actually creates conversions for me, right? Still brings in new customers. And that's the incredible thing, is that there wasn't anything I had to do around that except for create that one piece of content. And I guess for me, that's what I love about blogging, is that I only have to create the content once, and I can continue to drive traffic to it, and it will still continue to get me leads and make sales for me. All because the only thing I focused on was learning how to write content. And I will admit, I'll be the very first person to admit, I am not an English writer. I did not do extraordinarily well in English class and through high school or college, because really, in all honesty, writing a blog is very different than writing an English midterm or even writing an English paper, right? This is more conversational than not. It's more technical and training for some of the things. It's more about sharing ideas and knowledge. It's really about the education and training process. So this is where it becomes a little different in the world of what's out there, because you just have to focus in on what it is that you want to do, and and just have some fun with this. And I see that Simon puts on here, definitely perfectionism is not going to happen with a blog. I will tell you guys right now, blogging is like owning a home. There is always something to upgrade, update, change out. Typically, I've seen it right around every 2 years. There's like an update, right? The images get changed out. Maybe you change your theme. Maybe something looks different. But that's really what it's all about, right? It's not concrete the first time you do it. I have definitely been a experienced person I think I've created 5 different types of blog posts. I've created everything from metabolic syndrome, don't ask, to what I have right now, which is my brand. And that took some time. Like, it didn't happen overnight. It definitely took some conversations with some top leaders to really develop who I am and what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's just a lot of crazy things that you guys can be doing with your blog. And I recommend it, right? I recommend going through and playing with your blog, testing things out, adding timers, creating capture pages for your home business. That is all part of the process. That is part of learning. That is part of the excitement of having a blog. And absolutely, I saw one of you guys comment on there. It is a long-term strategy. This is for absolutely the long term. So if you're talking short-term strategies, guys, short-term strategies are going to look like running ads, creating posts on Facebook, doing stuff like that. The long term is content that's evergreen, content that's people are going to continue to research, continue to look at over time. And a lot of that content is going to be what you're building, what you're sharing with your audience, right? Yeah, your hub is truly forever. It's one of the longest elements. That's one of the biggest legacy pieces of your business is your blog. And I can't tell you guys just how important it is to have it. And the fact that you have it and it's given to you as a done with you part of the system for your membership with Elite Marketing Pro is incredible. And the reason it's done is because it is critical to the success of your business. We don't hand you anything inside of Elite Marketing Pro unless it's going to make a difference in your business, unless it's going to help you grow your business, unless it's going to add a level of sophistication. Because a blog post is nothing more than the educational element that leads to the sale of a product or service. This is why many of us go and read reviews. This is why many of us go and try to find out what other people are doing, because we want to make sure that we have all the knowledge that it's going to take to make the correct buying purchase for our business, right? Yeah, so Heather put on here, it's definitely a process, and you will learn. It's something that runs in the background. You'll learn more about blogging every day. You'll learn it over the years. You're going to learn different techniques. You're going to learn different plugins. You'll learn different elements to it. Every single one of you is going to have a different quirk or personality or something that you want on your blog, and that's totally okay. How long before you start your own blog after EMP? So Rosemary, you can actually go inside of Elite Marketing Pro right now. And I, honestly, for me, that's where I started. Everybody asks, did I start with ads or did I start? For me, it was actually a blog post. It was one of the first things I did. And I understood the power of a blog. I understood the longevity of it. So for me, after joining Elite Marketing Pro, I walked over to the PageCreator Pro. I clicked the Start Now big yellow button, and I started following the training. I started asking questions in the community, and I got really curious about what it takes to create a blog. So the fun thing is, here's a little secret that I'd like to tell bloggers, especially if you're just starting out in marketing. You actually hold the biggest secret right now in marketing. And the reason for that is because if you're going to start talking about blogging, you're going to talk about blogging from the aspect of where you're at. So while I'm at a level where I speak blog lingo, right, which is really confusing because I'll talk about pixels, I'll talk about widgets, I'll talk about posts, I'll talk about hyperlinks, I'll talk about H1, H2 keywords. That is like a third language to most people. So what I love about the beginners when they come in and they start talking about how they set up their blog, how they're finding their way through it, it's because you're speaking the language as you're figuring this out. And that makes your training, that makes what you're sharing so much more powerful than what I'm sharing. Because you're at the level where you're communicating with more people that are just starting out than you are with the people that have been in this for a while, right? You know what, Julie, you asked a great question. Do you think vlogs will be the way of the future? So video blogs have been around forever. But I will say that at some point, video is only going to be so long. I'm the type of person that would actually rather read something than watch it, because I'm a speed reader. So for me, going through and reading something is less time consuming than sitting there waiting for a video to play all the way through for 5 minutes. Because sometimes I'm just like, just give me the information. I just want it in written form, right? So a video blog is powerful, but I believe truly blogs will be timeless because of the fact that every time you go on the search engines, every time you go to Amazon, every time you go to Google, Bing, Yahoo, and you search something, no matter what it is, you're searching content. And that content is either going to look like a blog post or it's going to look like a page, right? And every single page is going to be relevant, right? The Elite Marketing Pro system, technically, we have a blog post. That blog is going to be timeless. Those trainings are going to be out there forever. blog posts that Fernie wrote over a year ago, almost 2 years ago, are still getting traffic and leads for our system today, right? And that's what it is. A blog is powerful. And like Brandy said, it is a third language. It's a third language that you're going to be discovering for a very long time, right? Because you're going to learn blogging like anything else at the pace of which it's going to be easiest for you. And trust me when I say that for years when I started learning blogging, now I'm a chef. I like to touch everything, right? I want it to be tactile. In this world of virtual building a business, I struggled absolutely with what the heck a theme was. I absolutely struggled with how did WordPress and a theme and this all go together, and why is there a WordPress.com and why is there a WordPress.org, and how does the Elite Marketing Pro blog work and why is this different? I got all that. I absolutely got all that. And that's just good conversations to have. So what I love about PageCreator Pro, again, is that it is almost a replication as if you were to go and build your own blog on your own, right? If you were to do what we call self-hosted blog. What you learn in PageCreator Pro is the look and feel of owning a self-hosted blog. It is working within a theme that, like I said in the very beginning, that we have chosen because it best suits what you guys are up to in business. It allows you to create capture pages. It allows you to create blog posts. It allows you to put in options for banners and collect emails. Like, those are elements that are not standard on most blogs. I promise you, I've looked enough. So that is what it looks like. So that's why I say, if you guys want to learn blogging, the training wheels already exist for you to play on inside of the Elite Marketing Pro system. That is the PageCreator Pro system that you have access to. There's training on the blog itself on how to make sure all your affiliate links get set up, how to start blogging, how to change the header, the banners, whatever that looks like. And then again, there's the capture page training. But they're synergistic. Like, you can't have one without the other. And, you know, the best place to start is the blog side, and then work over to the capture page side, because you're going to need both elements to successfully build your business. And I think that's one of the juice. I think that's the gold that's within the Elite Marketing Pro system, is that you have that platform, and it's so much to empower you to outgrow that particular blog platform and then move that information over onto your own self-hosted site, which is really super easy to do. And that is the magic. That is where, you know, it transforms your business. So yeah, Sharon says, I'm just getting started blogging. So perfect, right? Like, getting started is where it's going to be at. Ask the questions, rely on your community. I know there's a lot of people inside of our Elite Marketing Pro community that love this stuff. I grew up loving this stuff. Every time there was a question about our blog, I was like the first kid trying to find out where it was at. And, you know, I'd go to Thrive Themes database, and I'd be like, ooh, how do I find this out? And then I'd be so excited when I found out how to do it, right? So, you know, Sam, you said you're on here. Lisa, yep, baby steps. Lisa, definitely, for sure. This is all about baby steps. Allow yourself to stumble. Allow yourself to walk away from it when you get frustrated. I had multiple times when I wanted to throw the computer across the room. Trust me, it happens. But this is the magic. So guys, I think we are over, if not at time. It's been amazing to hang out with you guys today. If you guys continue to have questions around blogging, definitely reach out into the community, ask questions, but get started. Take advantage of having that done with you blog, go through the training, and have some fun with that. All right. So thanks guys for joining me here on your daily dose of awesome. This is your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education. And I thank you guys for hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your week. We have a very special guest joining us tomorrow. You're definitely going to want to dial in for this one. We have a contest going on. There's going to be some swipe copy coming out, some emails going out. So guys, make sure you're plugged into it all. And with that, again, enjoy the rest of your week. Stay in action, and hopefully we will see you at No Excuses 8 in Las Vegas in June. With that, bye guys. Have a good one.